When setting up a commercial garage for heavy equipment maintenance, there are several key considerations across electrical, heating, ventilation, and air conditioning, safety, and general operational aspect. Let's start with the electrical considerations. Firstly, panel wattage and load estimation. Ensure the electrical panel has sufficient wattage and appropriate breaker sizes to handle the demands of heavy equipment maintenance. Overloading can lead to power outages and potential hazards. Secondly, wiring capacity. Verify the wiring gauge and insulation are rated to handle the anticipated current draw of all equipment. Using inadequate wiring can cause overheating and fire risks. Thirdly, dedicated circuits. Consider installing separate circuits for high-power tools and lighting systems. This helps to prevent power surges and voltage drops that can damage equipment and affect performance. Fourthly, ground fault circuit interrupters or GFCIs. Install GFCIs in areas prone to moisture, such as wash bays or near water sources, to protect against electrical shock. Now, let's discuss heating, ventilation, and air conditioning or HVAC considerations. Firstly, ventilation. Proper ventilation is crucial to prevent the buildup of fumes, dust, and heat generated from equipment operations. Inadequate ventilation can create an unhealthy and unsafe working environment. Secondly, exhaust system. Install an exhaust system to effectively remove exhaust gases and particulate matter, especially from welding and other processes that produce harmful emissions. Thirdly, heating and cooling. Evaluate the local climate and determine the need for heating and cooling systems to ensure a comfortable and productive working environment for personnel. Next, we will discuss safety considerations. Firstly, fire protection. Install fire extinguishers, fire alarms, and sprinkler systems in accordance with local codes and regulations. Regular inspections and maintenance are essential. Secondly, eye wash stations and safety showers. Provide easily accessible eye wash stations and safety showers in areas where chemicals or hazardous materials are used. This allows for immediate response in case of accidental exposure. Thirdly, first aid station. Maintain a well-stocked first aid station with essential supplies for treating minor injuries and providing initial care in emergencies. Fourthly, fall protection. Install railings, safety nets, or other fall protection measures on elevated work surfaces to prevent falls and injuries. Fifthly, signage and markings. Clearly display safety signage and markings to alert workers to potential hazards, safety procedures, and emergency exits. Other considerations are also important. Firstly, drainage. Ensure the garage has proper drainage systems to prevent water buildup and potential flooding, particularly in areas where equipment is washed or cleaned. Secondly, lighting. Provide adequate lighting throughout the garage to ensure safe and efficient work, especially in areas where heavy equipment is being moved or maintained. Thirdly, workspace planning. Carefully plan the layout of the garage to maximize efficiency, minimize accidents, and ensure a smooth workflow. Consider the placement of equipment, tools, and work areas. Fourthly, tool storage and security. Implement secure tool storage systems to prevent theft, damage, and unauthorized use of equipment. Fifthly, equipment maintenance. Establish a regular maintenance schedule for all equipment to ensure safe and reliable operation, extending lifespan and preventing unexpected breakdowns. In summary, setting up a commercial garage requires attention to numerous details. Here's a more granular look at each of these areas. Let's begin with electrical systems. The electrical system is the lifeblood of any commercial garage, especially one dealing with heavy equipment maintenance. Calculating the correct panel wattage is paramount. You need to account for all potential loads, not just the current equipment on hand. Plan for future expansion and the addition of new, power-hungry tools. Consider the simultaneous operation of multiple pieces of equipment. A load calculation should include lighting, HVAC systems, air compressors, welding machines, diagnostic tools, and any specialized equipment used in heavy equipment repair. Breaker sizes need to be carefully selected to protect each circuit. Oversized breakers won't trip when there's an overload, leading to potential fires. Undersized breakers will trip frequently, causing unnecessary downtime. Consult the National Electrical Code, specifically Article 220, for guidance on load calculations. Wiring capacity is equally critical. The wire gauge must be appropriate for the amperage it will carry. Refer to NEC Table 310.15b16 to determine the ampacity of conductors based on their size, insulation type, and ambient temperature. Remember to factor in dating for ambient temperatures above 30 degrees Celsius or for having multiple conductors in a raceway. Using undersized wiring is a major fire hazard. Dedicated circuits are a must for high-power equipment. Welding machines, large air compressors, and hydraulic lifts should all have their own dedicated circuits. This prevents voltage drops when these devices are operating, which can damage the equipment and reduce its efficiency. Voltage drops can also cause lights to flicker and other electrical equipment to malfunction. Ground fault circuit interrupters, or GFCIs, are essential safety devices. They protect against electrical shock by monitoring the current flowing in a circuit. If a ground fault is detected, the GFCI trips the circuit, cutting off the power. GFCIs are required in any area where there is a potential for moisture, such as wash bays, restrooms, and outdoor receptacles. Ensure that all receptacles within 6 feet of a water source are GFCI protected. Moving on to heating, ventilation, and air conditioning, or HVAC systems. Proper ventilation is vital for a healthy and safe working environment. Heavy equipment maintenance often involves working with hazardous materials such as solvents, paints, and exhaust fumes. Ventilation systems remove these contaminants from the air, preventing them from building up to dangerous levels. Exhaust fans should be strategically placed to capture fumes at their source. Consider using a combination of general ventilation and local exhaust ventilation. An exhaust system is specifically designed to remove exhaust gases from vehicles and equipment. It's crucial to have a system that can handle the volume and type of exhaust produced in your garage. The system should include flexible hoses that can be attached to the exhaust pipes of vehicles. The exhaust should be vented to the outside of the building, away from any air intakes. Heating and cooling are important for worker comfort and productivity. In cold climates, heating is essential to prevent pipes from freezing and to maintain a comfortable working temperature. In hot climates, cooling can improve worker productivity and reduce the risk of heat stroke. Consider using energy-efficient heating and cooling systems such as heat pumps or high-efficiency furnaces. Now let's discuss safety systems. Fire protection is paramount in a commercial garage. The risk of fire is high due to the presence of flammable materials such as gasoline, oil, and solvents. Fire extinguishers should be readily available throughout the garage, and employees should be trained in their proper use. Fire alarms should be installed to alert occupants in the event of a fire. Sprinkler systems can automatically suppress fires, minimizing damage and preventing them from spreading. Ensure that the fire protection system is inspected and maintained regularly. Eye wash stations and safety showers are critical for treating chemical exposures. If a worker splashes chemicals in their eyes or on their skin, they need to be able to quickly flush the affected area with water. Eye wash stations should provide a gentle flow of clean water for at least 15 minutes. Safety showers should provide a deluge of water to quickly wash off large areas of the body. Ensure that eye wash stations and safety showers are located close to areas where chemicals are used. A first aid station should be equipped to handle minor injuries such as cuts, scrapes, and burns. The station should include bandages, antiseptic wipes, pain relievers, and other essential supplies. Employees should be trained in basic first aid. For more serious injuries, call emergency services immediately. Fall protection is essential when working on elevated surfaces. Falls are a leading cause of workplace injuries. If workers are required to work on platforms, mezzanines, or other elevated surfaces, they need to be protected from falls. This can be achieved through the use of railings, safety nets, or personal fall arrest systems. Signage or markings are important for communicating safety information. Signs should be used to warn workers of potential hazards such as slippery floors, moving equipment, and electrical hazards. Markings should be used to identify emergency exits, fire extinguishers, and other safety equipment. Use clear and concise language on signs and markings. Ensure that signs and markings are visible and easy to read. And finally, other considerations. Proper drainage is essential for preventing water damage and slip hazards. The garage floor should be sloped to drain water away from work areas. Floor drains should be installed to collect water and direct it to a sanitary sewer. Ensure that drains are kept clear of debris. Adequate lighting is important for safety and productivity. Workers need to be able to see clearly to perform their tasks safely and efficiently. Provide sufficient lighting in all areas of the garage, including work areas, storage areas, and walkways. Use energy-efficient lighting fixtures to reduce energy costs. Workspace planning is critical for optimizing workflow and minimizing hazards. The layout of the garage should be designed to facilitate the efficient movement of equipment and materials. Work areas should be organized and clutter-free. Provide adequate space for workers to perform their tasks safely. Tool storage and security are important for preventing theft and damage. Tools should be stored in a secure location, such as a tool room or tool cabinet. Implement a system for tracking tools and ensuring that they are returned to their proper place after use. Prevent unauthorized access to tools. Equipment maintenance is essential for ensuring the safe and reliable operation of equipment. Regularly inspect and maintain all equipment, including vehicles, tools, and machinery. Follow the manufacturer's recommended maintenance schedules. Keep records of all maintenance activities. Consult with licensed professionals. It is important to consult with a licensed electrician and heating, ventilation, and air conditioning contractor to ensure compliance with local codes and best practices. These professionals can provide valuable guidance on designing and installing electrical and heating, ventilation, and air conditioning systems that meet your specific needs. Research similar facilities. Take the time to research similar facilities in your area to gather ideas and best practices. Visit other commercial garages and talk to the owners and employees. Learn from their experiences and adapt their successful strategies to your own operation. Seek guidance from industry associations. Industry associations and trade organizations can provide valuable resources and support for commercial garage owners. These organizations often offer training programs, technical assistance, and networking opportunities. Consider hiring a garage equipment supplier. A garage equipment supplier can assist with the design and installation of the garage, ensuring that it meets your specific needs and requirements. They can also provide ongoing maintenance and support for your equipment. Following these recommendations will help to ensure that your commercial garage is safe, efficient, and compliant with all applicable regulations.